Probably saved my life more times than I could think. You know, it's like a sanctuary for me.
Mentally?
Yeah, absolutely. Physically, like I said, I'm not a gifted athlete, but I've always been able to do whatever I wanted to physically. You know, I went through the Marine Corps stuff, and that was never really challenging to me because I've always stayed in shape, always played sports. But I've always been drawn to the weightlifting side of it, sort of the mental approach to it, the diet, and it's a thing you never master. Like, you never master it. You always learn different techniques. There's always different ways to go about it. I just talked to one of my clients today, and she's like, we never did that exercise. And I've trained her for 4 years. And I'm like, yeah, you know, it gets to a point where I forget about exercises. And then I see someone do something like, oh, I used to love to do that. And I fell back in the routine. And so it's really cool in that respect. But yeah, no matter what I was doing, I always found a gym. It was the early 2000s, and there wasn't a lot of information, and I always wanted to be a bodybuilder. But it's not like today where there's coaches everywhere and you can just Google stuff, and online there's good information. Like, I literally didn't know what to eat. I just knew I had to eat a ton of protein and just tons of food. And so I got really, really big, but it wasn't pretty. And so, you know, I kept that dream going, and then stayed the course, and finally met some people that kind of guided me that were in bodybuilding and kind of helped me refine down my diet.